Now we're to the Army. So what's happening here? D-Day, June 6th, 1944. D-Day. Okay? Now, Churchill and Eisenhower didn't wake up on June 5th and say, hey, let's go to France. It took years of planning for the D-Day invasion. It took tons of teamwork. Years of planning, tons of teamwork, and incredible sacrifice. Right? It took planning, teamwork, sacrifice. Sounds like construction. If you're going to build a profitable construction project, it takes planning, it takes teamwork, and it takes sacrifice. So we're going to talk about the planning part of it right now. All right, there's 3 parts to an effective action plan. Number 1 is the rally cry. Number 2 is the areas of fierce focus. And number 3 are the critical numbers. Now pay attention, I'm actually going to show you real examples of this action plan in a few minutes here. Real examples from my clients. So you can see it, that it actually happens. I'm not just blah, 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 right? Okay, now, let's talk about the rally cry. Let's go back to the D-Day example. A rally cry, a good rally cry, is one where I can wake you up at 3:30 in the morning, right? Maybe if you're in construction, you're getting up about 4, but let's say it's 3:30 and you're still enjoying your sleep, right? And I shake you and I say, what's the rally cry for your business in the next 90 days? And you can state it simply, okay? Now, here are the troops landing on the beaches in France. Here are the generals behind the line, okay? What was the rally cry that every single soldier, from the private sweating, bleeding, and dying in a foxhole to the guy behind the lines, what was the rally cry that every single one of them understood? Beat Germany, right? Beat the Nazis. Get to Berlin and get Hitler. The rally cry was crystal clear. Everybody knew. No one had any illusions. Beat Germany. An effective action plan has a clear, concise rally cry. Okay? All right. What you want to do is you take your most valuable idea and you make it your rally cry. So going back to the example, we're going to walk jobs more frequently. You know what the rally cry is? Walk jobs. It's not rocket science, but everyone understands it, right? Everybody knows it, and people can be held accountable for it. Okay, now, let's talk about the areas of fierce focus. Your fierce focus is going to help you to achieve your rally cry. It's the practical things that you will do to get to the rally cry. So it's like this, right? As they're going across France, there's various towns that they have to take. There's various things that they have to do. They have to be supplied. They have to train. They have to coordinate with their allies. There's tons of things they have to do to achieve the rally cry. They have to have areas of fierce focus. And then you must have critical numbers. And what the critical numbers do is they measure the areas of fierce focus, and they tell you whether or not you're going to achieve your rally cry. Okay? So you start with your rally cry, you go to your fierce focus, and then you have your numbers that tell you whether or not you're doing your fierce focus, and that tells you whether or not you will achieve your rally cry. Okay? This is the complaint that you get sometimes. I don't have time for this. If you don't have time for this, then bye-bye profit. Right? And hello hassle and headache. You got enough hassles and headaches just running a business that's running well. Right? If you don't have time to have these kinds of meetings in your organization, then really, I want to encourage you. You need a mindset shift. Okay? Because you're always going to have problems and you'll never get to the treasure. Unify teams building profitable projects. And this is a map to get to the treasure. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Critical numbers on the bottom, fierce focus in the middle, rally cry at the top. Practical examples. Rally cry, implement training. Nice and clear, right? Fierce focus, build the skill matrix, pick the training, schedule the training. Again, not rocket science. Those initials, RL, are the people accountable. Okay? Underneath that, field training by January 1st, 100% of office passes the Excel test, and then weekly check-in on progress. This is what Patton says, and this is key. You guys know this is truth in your bones. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. There is no such thing as a perfect plan. Just like there's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect leader. There's no such thing as a perfect plan. Get a good plan and start executing. Because what happens when you execute on a good plan? You get feedback from that execution, right? And then you can take that data, and if you need to change your plan, you can. You're not stuck on one plan. You can always change it if you need to. But get out there and start executing. And that's what the Allies did, and this is what it resulted in. They got to the treasure. The treasure was victory. They won. They beat Germany. But they had to be willing to put a plan together, they had to be willing to work as a team, and they had to be willing to sacrifice.